Welcome to Looking Within, a podcast for the spiritual explorer in each of us. I'm Julie. I love to explore the inner life using contemplative practices, and I love to help others to do the same. In our time together, I hope you gain a sense of hope, meaning, joy, and love. Keep in mind, today I'll be speaking from my own perspective as a Christian spiritual explorer. If you resonate with another way of experiencing the divine, that's just fine. Feel free to use the spiritual perspective you are most comfortable with in our practice today. Now, let's begin. It's August. Actually, several weeks into August now. Summer's moving by quickly, and fall is approaching fast. During these past months, I hope you've had some chances to gather with extended family and friends for various occasions. Occasions like family or class reunions, times at the lake or on the river or camping, and other special events where we might gather with various generations for fun and memorable moments. Children, youth, and adults of all ages bring something to the table when we're together. Whether it's innocence and being in the moment, energy and dreams for the future, or life experience and wisdom, we need each other on the journey. We benefit from what each age group can offer. This brings me to our episode for today entitled Blessing, Receiving the Gift. This episode begins a two-part series centered around the word blessing. It's a word that's certainly in the Christian vocabulary. We see it in the Bible, and we may even say or write it to someone ourselves. When we hear the word, we likely think of blessings as persons, places, or things that bring good things into our lives. For instance, family and friends who love and support us. Good health, including the abilities to see, hear, understand, enjoy food, or move about. Or places of beauty in the natural or man-made worlds. Perhaps we'd include things we've been able to accomplish or achieve, or something like being able to wake up to a new day, or the chance to meet new and amazing people. There are so many blessings in our lives when we stop to look for them. As we visit today about receiving the gift of blessing, we'll be looking at blessing as a verb rather than a noun. Let me define the word blessing by drawing from the writing of John O'Donohue, the late Irish poet, author, priest, and philosopher. Drawing on Celtic spiritual traditions, he wrote a beautiful book called To Bless the Space Between Us, a book of blessings. In his book, he explains blessing in multiple ways. For example, as a circle of light drawn around a person to protect, heal, and strengthen, thereby affecting what unfolds and emerges in that person's life. He says the word blessing evokes a sense of warmth and protection. It suggests that no life is alone or unreachable. He says that the language of blessing is a benediction, awakening future wholeness, and that it's a calling forth, a conduit through which the Holy Spirit is called forth to surge into action as the presence and energy behind every blessing that's spoken. And as we speak or write words of blessing, we are conveying a power to heal and renew one another. O'Donohue explained that the Celtic world has a long and rich tradition of blessing, handing down blessings from one generation to the next that were spoken for every possible occasion and for every part of the day. For Celts, blessing is a way of life, a lens through which the whole world is transformed. O'Donohue wrote that it was the modest wish of his book to, quote, illuminate the gift that a blessing can be, the doors it can open, the healing and transfiguration it can bring, end quote. He said that the blessings he wrote were penned with an eye to the outside in order to embrace and elevate whatever is happening to someone. Powerful words for a world desperate for meaning, belonging, healing, and transformation. Recall that I began our time together today talking about summer gatherings and having the chance to spend precious time with family and friends. As you think about people you've encountered this summer, or as you think of people from your past, Perhaps one of those individuals is someone who has regularly bestowed some words or actions of blessing on you. I'm sure all of us can bring to mind one or more persons, either still in our lives or who have passed, who have given us the gift of blessing. If we've had the chance to get to know them on any level, they have likely offered powerful, spoken words of blessing over us, perhaps even handing on a mantle of some kind to us, something that we are meant to carry forward in their place. Our role models of blessing often have a depth to them and are joy-filled, wise, and loving too. They are exemplars in how to support and encourage others. They have developed the skill of seeing God's presence and activity in their own lives, and they spot and point that out about your life as well. I'll have you choose and think about one such person in your life during our quiet moments of contemplation. Let's settle in to do that now. In this quiet space and time, I'd invite you to gently close your eyes. I'll sound the Tibetan singing bowl, which will call you to look within. As you're listening to the bowl's reverberations, take 3 deep breaths. Then let your breathing return to normal whenever you'd like. Hear the sound of the bowl now. Let it center you. Let it remind you that God is here with you. So who is that person for whom you've received the gift of blessing? Hold this person in your mind and heart now. How did they share words that drew a circle of light around you to protect, heal, and strengthen you? Or when did they share words that were a call to action, to do great things, or to carry on your work, filled with God's Spirit and with theirs? Feel the warmth and protection of their words. Feel the gratitude in your heart for their amazing gift to you. And know that God's Spirit has worked through these dear persons' words of blessing to you. I'll be back with you in about 3 minutes. I'd invite you now to take a few deep breaths in and out. In and out. Let these breaths fill you with strength and energy. Hear me sound the Tibetan singing bowl, and as the sound of the bowl reverberates and slowly dies away, you can gently open your eyes, remaining still for a moment longer. Today we've considered part 1, the receiving end of a 2-part series on blessing. Next time we'll look at our role in blessing others. It's something needed now more than ever. Returning to O'Donohue, he says, quote, "It is such a privilege to have people who continue each day to bless us with their love and prayer. These inner friends of the heart confer on us inestimable gifts. In these times of greed and externality, there is such unusual beauty in having friends who practice profound faithfulness to us, praying for us each day without our ever knowing or remembering it." End quote. In a world of uncertainty, negativity, and fear, we can easily become discouraged, losing heart on our journey. But may you always sense the presence of those who have handed on a mantle of some kind to you to carry now. Or may you sense the presence of those whose words draw a circle of light around you to protect, heal, and strengthen you. Their words call forth God's Spirit to be present and active in your life as you continue on your journey. Thank you for making time for your inner self today. Whatever you've discovered and experienced, carry that with you in the coming days. You can find more episodes at our website, gloria-dei, that's DEI.com/lookingwithinpodcast, or subscribe through your favorite podcast app. We'll see you next time.